Hello everybody, this is Judge's Free Time here, and if you hate the heat like I do, you've probably tuned in for a good reason. Or maybe you're just watching me because you're a subscriber. Anyway, I don't like the heat, and I have an air conditioning unit at home, and it works pretty well. But unfortunately, I can't afford a air conditioning unit, nor can I, move it around as much because this is my mum's house after all, and she's moving house soon, so I need a smaller unit. So hence the Arctic air cooler right there. Now, if you're wondering how my delivery experience went, there will be a card either side. I don't know which side it's going to be, so I'm just pointing both directions, and it will link up to a little thing on the screen, and it will point you to my experience with this company. Not JML though, because JML wasn't the problem. It was more like DPD. Anyway, let's have a look at the box, because I don't want to talk about that company right now. I want to talk about Arctic Air. Enjoy cool, clean air anywhere. Also, I said earlier on that I wanted to buy one of these things, or I bought one of these things. Actually, it was my mum that bought it. Mostly because I was going to pay her back, and she said no. So, if you're wondering why I didn't pay her back, that's why. She said no. So I went, okay, whatever. So yeah, Arctic air cooler. Enjoy cool, clean air anywhere. Sure. Personal space cooler. This is a cooler, by the way, not an air conditioner. People seem to think that it's a portable air conditioner. It's not really an air conditioner. It's an air cooler. And if you're in a 60% humidity in climate, this is not going to do very well. Which is the why I bought it. Not, I didn't buy it actually, but still, I got it to add some more moisture to the air. Actually, no, I got it because I thought, well, it's better than nothing, better than the crappy fan that I've shown in the other video, which is actually right here without the cover on. So, let's see what else. Adjustable 3 speeds, quiet operation. I also wanted to get this because it had the nightlight feature, which is nice. Cools, humidifies, and don't know what that one means. It shows you the secret behind it, and apparently you're supposed to keep changing the filter. And it says cools your room down, but it doesn't do that. It just cools you down. It's not meant to cool a room down. Includes Arctic air, replaceable evaporative air filter, USB wall adapter, which I won't need. Enjoy installation guide. Oh, sorry, easy installation guide. Set to a single cooler, or you can also multi-color. Anyway, it says all you have to do is add water. Now, I have got water, and because we're tacky, we use these sort of water bottles. This one's a 1 litre. I could get a normal water bottle, but that's an extra quid I don't want to buy one for. Apparently you can enjoy this in the office, living rooms, kitchens, dressing rooms, bedrooms, basements and more. Although you probably won't if you're in a humid environment. And that's about it really. Just shows you shame shit on the top. Shame shit. What am I talking about? I can't speak today. I had to do this take twice. And the guarantee is on the bottom. Alright, let's get into this quickly and see what we got. I'm not making this an unboxing video, I'm just showing you guys this thing. That's all I'm showing it. It's what it's meant for. It's not product placement or anything like that. Oh, there's some tape on the top, didn't know that. Get my trusty pocket knife. Which you can probably stab 20 victims with this, or probably not, because this keeps coming out. It was from Poundland after all. Okay, opening this out. Oh, it shows you more stuff on the top, look. It says, for best results, get the best coverage by placing on a raised surface countertops. I thought it spelled computers wrong, and I thought, what the hell? Stay within a few feet of the air cooler, blah, blah, blah. It says it can work on 8 hours. Depends on your moisture in your room. Depends on how hot it is. It will last accordingly to whatever time it takes. Wait 3 minutes after filling tank to allow. That's what I'm going to do to make it more equal. Now, I've had air coolers in the past. I know they're garbage, so I understand what people mean about them being garbage. I mean, if you're in a humid climate, it's crap. But if you're in like 45 it's not so bad. Like London, but we're not in fucking London. Right, you can plug it into USB port or the wall or your laptop or your sexual vibrator. It's up to you. Anyway, opening this out, we get the instruction guide. You get the USB plug, if you dare put it in the wall, and you get the USB cable. Now, one thing I was worried about was, is this long enough to fit all the way down here to the plug? We'll find out. I have a horrible feeling it's not, because they're not going to give you like a 17-foot cable or something, or 6 foot or whatever it is. I guess I could get away with it somewhat if I move the plug a little bit more. We'll find out later. Anyway, it doesn't look so long as I thought, but you know. Anyway, the instructions is very simple. Tells you how to use the unit, but I know how air coolers work. Ooh, noisy. Move it down there. And here is the beast. That's it. That's what's in the box. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to be placing it here, obviously. Ooh, delicious silicone gel. As you can see, look, it has a big button on the top, has fan speed controller on the top, and a brightness thing. Yeah, it does feel a bit cheap. Hang on a minute. People have said on reviews that it doesn't have any movable vents. It does. So, you know, that's another lie that people have been saying. They probably haven't looked at the product properly. They probably haven't looked at the product properly. I'm not editing that bit. As you can see, look, you can remove this, and the filter, yeah, easily comes out. That's a big ass thing. Smell the... I'm not going to say that joke actually, because I don't want to be counted as a racist. Right. Trying to get it back in without ruining the delicate paper. Ah, damn it, it won't go in properly. I shouldn't have touched it. There we are. It's back in. Does it click in? Or does it move around? We don't know. But I'm going to put this back on. Yeah. Make sure it's the right side. And put it in right. You're not supposed to move this out unless the, you know, filter is knackered and needs replacing. Which is every 6 months, by the way. Removing this. And as you can see, you fill it up from the top. Yep, I think that's going to fit in my space nicely. So, let's settle this down and see what happens. Right, as you can see, it fits. And looks cool. Dare I say it. Pardon the pun. As you can see, look, it does have vents, which is nice. You're supposed to fill up the tank, which is what I've just done. I've put water in there. I don't know if you can see that. The great thing is it does have a light on the side, which is nice, and you can change the colour, and it does fit nicely on here. So I'm going to let that absorb for, they said, about 5 minutes. So I'm going to leave it to it. I might even change it to my setting that I want for the light, because it looks cool, because it's quite bright, as you can see. You can go through many of the light colours, and as you can see, look, the water is going down a little bit, so it is working. And as you can see, look, it's changing on its own. This is a 1 litre bottle, by the way, and it's used up that much already. So if you're refilling this more often, just remember that 1 litre probably will do it. Some people have used 500 mils, but this is actually a 600 mil plus tank, I believe. And I'm already feeling, and it's pretty nice. So this is the high speed. That's the medium speed. And that's the lowest. I think I'll keep it on low. Compared to a fan, I think this is a lot better. You can change it from off to blue, red, whitish colour, blue, some purple, yellow, green, or multicolour, which changed to like mood lighting. I would say that's the same speed as my mood lighting at home, so it will remind me at home, so I think I will keep it like that. Anyway, I'm going to give this a while. You're not really supposed to turn it on, you're supposed to let it absorb the moisture. It's already gone down quite a lot, so I'm going to refill that, but it's pretty simple to fill it. You just get your bottle or your jug or whatever, and then you open the flap here and you fill it up to the top like that, and it's as simple as that. And there's still a bit left, so I'm going to let that get on with it, and then I'll turn it on, and I'll tell you how you feel from the cooler air. Turn off. One thing I would have to criticize is the button is a little bit too big. It's easily pressed, so whatever, but it seems to work. I'm guessing you could put ice in there if you've got access to a freezer, but unfortunately Mum's freezer's crap, so the fridge is not very good at all because it took forever to get this cool, but we'll see how it goes. I'll tell you my experience. I have to say, as an air cooler, it is pretty cool, but because we're in a higher climate, it's going to be worse. But do you know what? I think this is pretty cool for a unit that you know, it's just adding moisture to the room. It doesn't feel as cool as an air conditioner, but it's quite close, and considering all we did was put colder water in, it's doing well. So it's a couple of hours later and the Arctic air is still running. 1 litre of water has lasted quite a long time, actually, a couple of hours, and this mood light is chilling me out, and as you can see, look, we've got 1/4 left, but apparently it's supposed to flash when it's low, and that's really good that it indicates that, because most air coolers today don't even have that feature. Another thing they don't have is well, yeah, a level indicator at the front, not all the time anyway. And their tanks, I don't know why they're not on the front or on the side. I'd rather have a fill up point on the side than on the back, because then you don't have to move the machine around and spill water everywhere like a dick. One good feature is when you lift this, it turns itself off, so it knows when you're changing the filter or when the filter needs changing. Anyway, I'm going to leave this for a while and probably show you the water low indicator. Right, so that's the indicator that you see when the water's run out, and as you can see, there's no water left at all. So I'm going to be filling it back up with this 2 litre bottle. Actually, it's a 2.2 litre, thanks to the stupid sugar tax guidelines. Now they have to go by smaller litres now. Anyway, I'm going to be filling this up and, you know, getting back to you when I filled it back up. And the great thing is, it's now 10 to 7. So this thing has lasted about 6 to 7 hours. So yeah, it does well on high, considering the fact that they said that, you know, with a full water tank, this thing wouldn't even last 4 hours on high. So it's lasted quite a long time. Is it because I kept adding a bit of water in? I don't know. But I'm going to add some water into this now, and yeah, I'll give you my final experience over it after the next clip. Right, it's now filled. As you can see, it's full up, and this is a 2.25, as I said earlier on, and it's used up that much to fill up the tank, so that's not bad. So I will give you my final experiences in 2 days, but for you it'll be like immediately, this clip, because it'll be all in one edit. So this is my final experience of it. it works really well. Well, not really well, like an air conditioner. For $39.99, I didn't expect it to, but for $39.99, it's very cool. It's very nice. And as you noticed, I've put an air freshener right in front of it, and it seems to have worked. But you've got to have to put it on the top thing. So yeah. Anyway, let's get the camera facing me and come to the final conclusion. Now then, for a change, I'm not using the clip-on microphone with this phone, so I do apologise if the audio is not so good in the last couple of clips. But since then, I have been using this air cooler. It cools you down. But I would recommend, if you're in a humid climate, for God's sake, please open a window now and again, which is what I've just done. Because now and again, it gets so humid from this blowing a load of moisture in your air, you never know. Also, it won't smell as good when you turn it on the first time. I don't mind the smell of it. I like the smell of it actually, but some people might find it a bit disgusting. But if you have an air freshener clipped in front of it, it should be fine, like I got there. It's excellent. The fins go up and down. It doesn't use as much water as I thought it would, but by morning it was about there in the tank. But that was because I kept filling it up during the night, so it will be empty in the morning if you're like 9-hour sleeper. I also got this from Sainsbury's, but it's not as good, dare I say it, as the Coke bottle I've been using. So yeah, there's things I've got to get used to. Also, I'd recommend to put ice in it if you want that perfect chill, if you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Have you got one of these? Do you like it? This is the final conclusion now, and yeah, it's done me well. I give it 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. It does the job. I think it's one of the best air coolers I've ever had so far. It's cool to the touch, which is nice. Nice breeze. A nice cool breeze. Not cool to the touch, it's a cool breeze. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Tell me below if you got this. I'll be interested. And have you got an air freshener in front of it? Because I have. And I thought I'd be a little bit different by having one in front of it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, as I said earlier on. And if you're wondering what that air freshener is, it's basically one of those car air fresheners you can buy in your supermarket. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me you got one of these below. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.